Hello children! So today in literacy we're learning to recall the beginning, middle and end of the story The Little Red Riding Hood. I would like you to watch the story again on YouTube so that you have a better idea of the sequence of the story. In our lesson today, we are going to order this story map. So there are different scenes from the story, and I would like you to have a look at each picture and try to recall what has happened. So in the first picture, Little Red Riding Hood finally gets to meet her grandma, and there's a lovely happy ending. In the next picture over here, the wolf has come to Grandma's house and has pushed her in the wardrobe and is waiting for Little Red Riding Hood. In our next picture, Little Red Riding Hood comes to Grandma's house and the wolf is sleeping in Grandma's bed, pretending to be Little Red Riding Hood's grandma. In this picture, Little Red Riding Hood's dad scares the wolf away into the forest. In our next picture over here, Little Red Riding Hood is telling the wolf to go away, and he is saying that he will gobble her grandma up. And in our last picture here, Little Red Riding Hood is going to see her grandma and take a basket with her with some delicious things because her grandma is ill. Now that we have looked at all the pictures, I would now like you to have a think about what happens at the beginning of the story. Fantastic work! So at the beginning of our story, Little Red Riding Hood is going to meet her grandma. She's got a basket filled with delicious things. So we're going to move this picture to the beginning of our story map. I would now like you to look at the pictures and have a think about what happens next in our story. Fantastic job! So the wolf has seen Little Red Riding Hood in the forest, and Little Red Riding Hood is telling him to go away, and he said he would gobble Grandma up. So I'm going to move this. What happens after this? Good job! So the wolf has arrived at Grandma's house and he has pushed Grandma into the wardrobe and he is waiting for Little Red Riding Hood. So I'm going to now move this. Right, looking at the last three pictures, what happens in the middle of the story? Have a little think. Well done. So the wolf is pretending to be Little Red Riding Hood's grandma, and he was waiting for Little Red Riding Hood so he could gobble her up. Let's move this. Now let's look at our last two pictures. What happens next? Have a little think. Fantastic! So Little Red Riding Hood quickly ran home and told her parents that the wolf is coming to eat her. So her dad scared the wolf away. What happens at the end of our story? Have a little think. Good job. So they went to Grandma's house and they helped her, and they had a really lovely happy ending where they had cake, and that is the end of our story. I would now like you to have a go at explaining what has happened in the beginning, middle, and end of the story. And I would love to hear all about your ideas. If you could please send them on Evidence Me. Thank you. Bye.